Hey, what's happening? This is Tom from Nerd Remix. I got a movie today that I should have reviewed a long time ago. It's one of my favorite movies from last year. It is The Good Sisters. Okay, this movie is written and directed by Jimmy O'Burl, of the Chainsaw Sally show fame and Chainsaw Sally the movie and Silver Scream. It stars his wife, April Monique Burl, as Kendra Good, the younger sister of Brienne Good, who is played by Debbie Rochon, one of my personal heroes. If she's not one of your heroes, she goddamn well should be. But anyway, it basically tells a tale of two witches, Brienne and Kendra, who are sisters. They come from a long line of witches, dating back years and years and years, and they live in a small house, and they have some downstairs neighbors, some next door neighbors, and stuff like that. They get a new neighbor, Daniel Hopkins, kind of a germaphobe, weird guy, played by David Calhoun. Does an admirable job. They start thinking, are they out to get me? Or are they not out to get us? It's kind of a real weird paranoid fantasy thing. And the thing about this movie is, if you know Jimmy and April from Chainsaw Sally, from stuff like the show and the movie, this is a big departure. This is a very dark movie. It's a very moody movie. The mood increases. You get this sense of paranoia and dread as the movie goes along. And they spend a lot of time on character development and story development, which is rare in indie cinema. And it basically delves into a creepy, paranoid fantasy, fever dream thing, kind of a death fantasy. And they start acting out on, you don't know if somebody's out to get them or not. There's an incredible twist ending. I'm not going to give a whole lot of the plot away because I want everyone to see this movie. But Debbie and April play off each other really well. I mean, if you just know April from Chainsaw Sally, you're going to be blown away by this because she shows so much range and so much serious acting in this. And she plays off of Debbie, who, like I said earlier, is fantastic. And she really knocks it out of the park in this one. Because, like I said, this is a really good story. It's a really well-crafted movie. Jimmy O is like the bomb for making this shit. And I definitely want to see what comes out next from him. There's great effects in this movie. There's a scene where a reverend gets his heart removed. He loses his heart. If you actually, one of the great things I think about the people behind this movie is they take care of their own. If you look around in this movie, you're going to find a lot of people from the Chainsaw Sally show, the web series, Zeke and Earl. You're going to see them. And if you listen to the bonus features, if you listen to the commentary, it's a commentary by April, Debbie, and Jimmy O. Apparently they sat around with some drinks one afternoon and watched the movie. And you really learn a lot of the cool behind-the-scenes stuff about the one lighting thing, which was an accident, but I guess somebody pointed it out. And if you watch it, it's really cool, a shadow on the side of a house. But they reveal a lot of cool stuff about the making of this movie. There's an extra feature of April belly dancing to Jimmy O playing the bongos, which is nice. And there's a little thing about Jimmy O and Debbie both having surgery during the course of this movie, which is really cool, really revealing, and it really shows a side to them that you don't often see on a DVD special feature. But back to The Good Sisters, really good movie. Like I said, it's one of my favorite of last year. I'd say probably one of my top three, and oddly enough, Debbie Rochon's in another one of my top three, Color from the Dark. But back to this movie. Like I said, it's a really good occult film. They don't make them like this anymore. They used to make them in the late 70s, early 80s. They don't make them like this anymore. The attention to detail, as far as it being an indie feature, is something that you don't see in a movie in this budget range, and that's made in these circumstances. And it really succeeds on just about every level. There is a few knocks. Some of the scenes aren't lit really well. There's certain scenes where the sound's uneven, but what can you expect? It's an indie feature. The acting is, among the 3 or 4 primary characters, is really good. Other than that, it's acting. But like I said, April and Debbie are really good in this. David Calhoun's real good in this. and they're the central characters anyway. But definitely check it out. It's The Good Sisters. I'm going to give it an 8.5, maybe 8.75 out of 10, and for me that's good rating. But definitely check it out. Right here, ya bang. Can you see that? Can you see? Yeah, right there. The Good Sisters, starring Debbie Rochon, April Monique Burrell. Written and directed by Jimmy O'Burrell. The unrated psychosexual director's cut. And don't take that, too much to heart. There is some nudity in the movie. It's well done. There's a scene around the Ouija board that is mind-blowing. Very hot. The costumes that Debbie and April wear in this, very hot. Very hot actresses. And definitely check it out. The Good Sisters, 8.75 out of 10. I'm Tom, NerdRemix.com. Support independent cinema. Thanks.